Okay guys, let's talk about primal movements. Now I'm a big believer in training like our primitive ancestors. If you look at my websites and read my information, I'm a big believer in training like pretty much our prehistoric ancestors used to train. The reason is because we have gotten a little bit far removed from that. I'm not a big proponent of using machines and a lot of things to help you balance. I believe that you need to learn how to strengthen your own body weight and be in control of your own body weight first. So the bottom line, what you want to do with your young ones, and if you're a young one watching this video, be aware of this. The key phrase is body control. Body control is the name of the game. Let's talk about the first primal movement, squatting. I'm going to face this way. Now you've seen weightlifters squat with a bar on the back. We're not going to do that. This is what we call just a basic body weight squat. Good for young kids to learn at a very early age. When you squat, you want your feet flat as possible. You don't want them on their heels. Look straight ahead and just simply squat. Put your arms in front of you a little bit like this. Inhale, exhale. Like this. Like this. I can make my feet just a little bit more narrow. Okay? Squat like this. Now why narrow my feet? Just a little bit different feeling. It works the inner leg muscles a little bit more than the hips. When your feet are wider, it's going to work the hips more. When your feet are more narrow, it's going to work the top of the quads more, the quadriceps, the thighs. Now, what part of the four components are we working here? Strength, core development. Once again, squatting is a very fundamental exercise. Now I could pick up the pace here a little bit by doing this type of a motion. Up, with a little bit of a bounce at the top. Now we're getting a little bit more of a speed and timing component of it. But, just a basic squat. Or, if you want to go a little faster, to put more of a speed component to it, you can do that as well. Now, let's transition into lunging, a second of our primal movements. Now, when you lunge, watch for this. Make sure that the athlete maintains good balance. Lunging is simple. Knee up, lunge out, eyes focus straight ahead, come back. Opposite side, leg up, look straight ahead, come back. Maintain good balance. Now, here are some faulty components to look for if a person is not very good with lunging. It could be a lack of strength, a lack of mobility, a lack of balance. They look wobbly like this. They can't maintain their balance. Now, let's do a backward lunge. A backward lunge is simply this. We're going to go backwards with our lunge. And go forward. Opposite leg. Backwards. Go forward. Once again, a faulty component to look for is if you're lunging and the person cannot maintain good balance. That is a strength component. Those are lunges. Now, here's another one. Crawling. Now, crawling is a very good exercise. I do this a lot even with my adult classes. Crawling is very difficult for some people to do. I like crawling a lot because it strengthens your arm, your shoulders, your core. It gets a lot of muscles fired up. I'm just going to do a simple what we call bear crawl, which probably most kids are familiar with if you take PE class in school. You're just going to crawl across the floor like this. Just a crawling motion. Now I'm going to go backwards. Now backwards crawling involves more arm and shoulder strength. You're going to crawl backwards. Simple bear crawl. Now, I'm going to also do what we call a Spider-Man crawl. And the way I describe this is envision Spider-Man crawling up the side of a building. So Spider-Man looks like this. He's like this. He's going up the side of a building. You notice my left elbow is inside my left leg and my left leg is bent. Look how far my right arm is in front of me with my right leg being straight. I'm going to crawl across the floor like this. Now my left side is straight and my right side is bent. Okay, let's go backwards. Now it takes more arm strength to go backwards. Push, and you go backwards. Push, and you go backwards. Now, of the 4 components we talked about, what are we training here? Balance, strength, and mobility, and a degree of timing.